Speaking to Sky News from the Visy glass manufacturing plant in Penrith, Anthony Pratt says manufacturing will be critical to Australia's COVID recovery. He sat down with our business reporter Edward Boyd a little earlier.
Manufacturing self-sufficiency's never been more important in the wake of COVID, and we wanted to double down on our commitment to Australian manufacturing. And thanks to the Prime Minister's leadership, we're starting to see a renaissance in Australian manufacturing. And this $2 billion investment pledge that I'm going to make today will help, we hope, reindustrialise post-COVID and hopefully employ a lot of Australians in well-paying jobs.
I wanted to ask, when will you actually start spending this $2 billion? Immediately? Or?
Yes, immediately. For example, we're going to be spending quite a bit upgrading the glass factories that we've just bought. As you may know, last year in 2020 we completed a $1 billion deal, which was to acquire the largest glass bottle manufacturer in Australia. Well, now we're committing to another $2 billion of investment on top of that to do things like drive the recycled content of glass bottles from 30% to 70%. And another example of how we're going to spend the money is building 2 clean energy plants, one in Brisbane and one in Victoria, which will take the rejects from our paper mills that were previously going to landfill and turn them into electricity and steam to power the mills. You
mentioned sustainability earlier. Viewers might not know, but can you just talk through how Visy does convert waste into electricity to power your manufacturing facility?
Well, let me start off by saying, did you know, Ed, that landfills emit more carbon dioxide than all of global aviation? So, for example, landfills emit 1.6 billion tonnes of CO2 a year, compared to jet fuel from global aviation is only 1 billion tonnes. And therefore, if we can stop stuff going into landfills, it stops carbon emissions. And the reason that is of course, because as things decay in the landfill, they emit methane gas, which is 20 times more potent than carbon dioxide. So our modus operandi is that we obviously make cardboard boxes. We make the cardboard boxes out of paper produced at our 18 paper mills, and the raw material for almost all of those paper mills is waste paper, and so we're stopping that waste paper going to landfill. Now, the most important part of doing that is the technology that enables us to sort the long fibres, which are good for recycling, from the short fibres. The long fibres we turn into paper, which gets turned into cardboard boxes. The very short fibres that are unusable, we used to send them to landfill, but now we're able to send them to our clean energy plant, which we build. We've built 5 clean energy plants, and it converts those rejects that were previously going to landfill back into electricity and steam to power the mills.
Just turning to the United States now, you've obviously invested heavily in America. You're the 5th largest box maker there. Now Joe Biden is president, what opportunities do you see in the US?
Well, first of all, we're the largest Australian employer in the United States. We're very proud of that. And on top of that, we're very proud that we've built 5 out of America's last 6 paper mills. 5 out of America's last 6 paper mills have been built by us. And I think that the great thing about Joe Biden, I had breakfast with Joe Biden, President Biden, one-on-one in 2016 when he was in Australia, and I was very impressed with him. I think he's going to make a great president. And I think the zeitgeist of America is going to be very amenable to environmentalism, and I think companies that we sell to, that buy our boxes, that buy our packaging, are going to be more inclined, even more than before, to use 100% recycled packaging.